Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? We're back once more with another daily Kaspa and crypto live stream. And as we can see from today's chart, Bitcoin is currently not moving much right now, up 0.05% on the daily time frame, still valued around $94,500. And Kaspa is pumping, currently up 2.18% on the daily time frame, valued at 11.88 cents. But right now seeing a nice little move up for Kaspa. Of course, with a continuous fashion, time will tell. As we tell from today's stream, the title, Institutions Confirms Kaspa will have the biggest breakout this year. This, as the question asked from Taylor, my man, what's up? It's not, I mean, I guess it is kind of clickbait, but at the same time it's not. As you can tell from the thumbnail, there's a specific individual who has been blurred out. That individual is none other than Cathie Woods, the CEO of ARK Invest, an institutionally important person. I literally, as we are speaking, made a post about this. And I also am going to be releasing a video later today about 10:30, so in about 2 hours from now, there'll be a video coming out talking about the potential of seeing a Kaspa breakout very, very soon. And it's based off what she says in this video. This whole stream is going to be kind of structured around this video here alongside the latest video, the whole stream here. But it's a very, very important factor to understand that an institutionally important person, someone who's in the insider circles with trading, who knows how to trade, who gets the best trades possible, what she's talking about right now with assets that, you know, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. That's what she says. And right now, if you look at Kaspa, it's been hovering at the base at the strong level of support of around 9, 10, 11 cents for a year, since November, arguably since December. So it's been over a year. So, and Kaspa's not fallen through yet. It's not collapsed. So should Kaspa be able to regain some momentum, which we're hoping we will see some throughout this quarter, throughout this month, potentially as well, throughout this year, I'm very sure of that. And it breaks above this level here, that technically speaking, in the words of the institutionally important person Cathie Woods, will result in a bigger breakout. We'll get into a lot more in this stream. As always, leave a like if you enjoy the stream. We're doing these daily 165 days in a row. Share with your friends and subscribe for more. Devious me, what's up, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Sunny day. Kaspa can do a great job in the near future. I can feel it 100%. I agree with you as well, Kaspa. I think once more, in accordance to the power law, as one of many indicators, is definitely undervalued, 62.5% undervalued right now. And I think Kaspa is going to have a bigger breakout, a bigger one than most in this market. Right now, there aren't many, many assets I think will do well this cycle with the nature of how crypto is going. I'll also highlight this video here, which suggests we could see a big catalyst very soon for crypto. But as it stands right now, the only asset that I have seen as of late that has had a significant breakout is that of XRP after 4 years of suppression through a lawsuit. 4 years of suppression. I had a pump here when you had the confirmation from Judge Torres that XRP, the trade of it was not a security, so you saw it pump from 50 cents to 90. Actually, tell her this is the last bull cycle. I apologize, last bull cycle here. But even you had a little spike here even. Last year, you saw it go up to 90 cents as a result being called not a security. But otherwise, it's been hovering in and around this range for the last 3-4 odd years. And finally, with Gary against the confirmation of leaving, you saw it pump from 50 cents to $2.50 up here. That's off the back of suppression. And, you know, again, the longer it stays at the base, the bigger the breakout. The Kaspa's not been at the base for as long as XRP, but it's extremely undervalued. So I believe the ROI, return on investment, will be bigger in the long run as well. I mean, XRP went up 5x. Can Kaspa jump from where it's at right now, breaking above and going up to 50 cents in such a short span of time? Again, we'll have to wait and see. But I think Kaspa will have a very, very big breakout. As Kappa Silver says here, 2025 is Kaspa's last year that over 1 billion Kaspa will be created. In 2026, next year, only about 760 million Kaspa will be created. Therefore, as you will see with proof of work projects like Bitcoin, you'll start to see a supply shock kicking in very, very soon, meaning lack of supply while demand will be increasing. Increased supply of demand, or increased demand of supply will correlate to prices rising. Of course, that will be probably during a correction, a bear market, if we get one. Of course, it's speculating, but we might not be getting one. But we'll have to wait and see. But I will highlight this video really quickly. It's a very, very big video, and then it'll lay up perfect rest of the stream. I'll play this video again later, those who are joining a little bit later, but it perfectly lays out what we're going to be talking about in the rest of the stream, what's coming to Kaspa. So pay very close attention.
This this trading around, this trading range, you as a trader and investor, but as a trader also, understand that when you build a base like that, one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to break down, and that's what a lot of the bears have been betting on, and they've been throwing everything at it, or it's going to break out. Clearly, we believe it's going to break out. And the longer the base, you say 5 years, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. So we're really looking forward to that.
So yeah, simply put, of course, an asset, a market, a project can only go one of two ways, down or up. Of course, right now there are a lot of fuzz, there's a lot of influence, a lot of bears who suggest quite heavily that Kaspa is going to go down to 8 cents, to 7 cents, to 6 cents. And while, again, entirely possible, nothing is guaranteed in the space, not financial advice, of course. We have to see where Bitcoin goes inherently from here. Bitcoin right now is holding strong in between the zone of 92k to 100k around here. It's been doing so for the past, week or so, 2 weeks. And I'm hoping it will continue in that fashion. But of course, we have got some big catalysts coming up as well regarding inflation data and Trump's inauguration and much more to consider. If Bitcoin comes down to around the 85k or even lower around here, we might see Kaspa break below. In my belief, if Bitcoin comes down to 85k here, I think Kaspa will go down to 10 cents. I think it's possible. If you see it go lower than that, which again is entirely possible, we'll have to wait and see. If you see that Bitcoin goes below that, I think Kaspa may potentially go lower than that as well. But of course, again, time will tell. But as it stands right now, Kaspa is holding strong at this level right now. And as Kathy was stated, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Kaspa did have a rally up to 20 cents in August. That's where you saw the massive correction, the crash, and now it's been struggling to get back up since then. But if you look at it from a bigger perspective, right? Technically speaking, Kaspa's been at this base level, bottoming out around 9 cents down here, apart from this massive crash on the daily, but been bottoming out around 9-10 cents since December of 2023, over a year ago. And it's come up, come back down, come up and come back down to the zone again. It's been rebuilding off this level of support, a very strong level of support at that. That's been a very long base. Therefore, when the breakout officially is confirmed, which means when we break out above here, it will be a big, theoretically speaking, based on what Kathy was saying, it should be a much bigger breakout. And based on what's coming for Kaspa this year, this month, this next 2 weeks, I think the breakout could be quite significant. What's up? Chris W, one stream, my man. Buffalo Theory to you too as well. Hope you're having a very, very good day. And Andy A, today bought another 10. Kaspa, big up to you. Keep filling that bag, my man. Keep filling that bag. So, in regards to Catalyst, the biggest market move for Kaspa right now, because there's no institutional adoption, it will be retail and therefore also exchange listings. Right now, we're seeing more speculation again that OKX may end up listing Kaspa. We know OKX have connections to Kaspa through the likes of the fact that OKX are a venture, meaning they support the KEF, the team that's in charge of Kasplex. So OKX listing Kaspa would not be out of, it wouldn't be abnormal. I think it's possible. I think we'll get that this cycle. Again, when? Time will tell. But apparently the post here from Kaspa Fact says, are they teasing Kaspa listing? Because there's only one proof of work currency that can send transactions faster than a text, and that is Kaspa. The biggest listing, of course, is that of Binance. More listings coming to Binance this month, any guesses who? Of course, Kaspa community always on top of that, saying Kaspa should be listed on Binance very, very soon. And hopefully see the massive green candles going into February. Now, there are multiple sources to suggest the connection between Binance and Kaspa. I'm going to highlight just 3 of them here, because I'm not going to go into it. There's probably 10 sources and all from information of such you can find in my community, my Discord server right here, the free Discord server, link in the chat, description, also my homepage, where you can just type in on the search bar in the community Binance, and you'll find a lot of stuff talking about Binance from the community and equally post about it as well. But you can see one of the posts here talking about this one here, which happened 2 months ago with Roy O'Neill of the KII, who'd pretty much become the spokesperson of KII, Roy O'Neill here, who came along with Paul Van Son, confirming 2 months ago on the 6th of November that the integration between Kaspa and Binance is already done. Listen very closely to this 8-second clip.
For example, with Binance,
Hold on
everything's ready. Everything's integrated and ready.
So there, to give a bit of backstory for those who may not be aware, you heard Wolf speak over Roy O'Neill there because for whatever reason there was somebody else who was trying to speak at the time and Roy O'Neill could not hear him. if you listen to the actual roundtable itself, you're able to hear the whole situation unfold. But Roy O'Neill didn't hear anyone speaking, so he thought it was just a lull and no one was speaking. Therefore, he wanted to fill in the void and say, for example, integration with Kaspa on Binance is already done. So we know that's already done. And that, leak from him was further supported by posts like this. In fact, that if you go on CoinMarketCap, which I can show it itself, CoinMarketCap right here, you've got the Binance Web3 wallet and also the Trust wallet, which both are Binance wallets. Also on CoinMarketCap, which is Binance owns CoinMarketCap. They run it. So this is a Binance platform that has showcased on Kaspa's page to Binance wallet supporting it. So that also further supports that the integration between Kaspa and Binance are done. There's also this wallet here. If you go down to the number 5 wallet, on the biggest wallets here, this wallet here is not confirmed but heavily speculated to be Binance's wallet, because you have to have a lot of accumulation of a project to actually be able to get a successful listing off. And this wallet has been accumulating more and more Kaspa as of late. Last month, it added about another, I think it was, 20, 30 mil Kaspa. And since then, it's been adding a little bit more. I think it's added about 50 mil at least in the past month. So again, building up to a listing. And then, of course, the biggest one that everyone is waiting for is the funding pool. If you look at the funding pool right now, the mining incentive for Kaspa, right now there's a mining incentive going on between Binance, where the incentive is if you mine either Bitcoin or Kaspa on the Binance mining pools, you will be rewarded. If you're one of the biggest miners with Hashrate, you'll be rewarded Kaspa, which is obviously very good, an incentive to mine Kaspa. That reward ends on the 27th of January this month, so in about 15 days time, to which then they have 2 weeks to distribute those rewards out to the winners, to their funding wallets. And the premise is funding wallet means they have officially integrated Kaspa Spot or plan to have it integrated by early February. So therefore, there's belief that by the 10th of February, when the incentive is officially over and the period is over, you will see hopefully a Binance Kaspa Spot listing. So Binance listing, of course, would be one of the biggest catalysts for Kaspa, by far and away the largest exchange in this space, as we can see here. Currently, it's come down a little bit low, with only 10 billion 24-hour trading volume, but still 16 million weekly visits. When we saw a lot of volume coming through and Bitcoin was 108k, that was in the 30 bill and the 28 mil as well. But at the same time, Binance will be a very, very big deal. Very, very big deal for Kaspa, of course. And I believe there's a chance we could see that very, very soon. That's obviously what will cause the immediate price movement, and that will also support what Kathy was saying here. Longer the base, bigger the breakout. But there's other major catalysts happening this month as well. So, this one for Kaspa Silver here, we know about the Kaspa Crescendo up. That's not happening this month, but that's happening in general. But this also supports the Binance listing, because currently there's Crescendo testing that's going on right now, as showcased in a public Telegram right now talking about it, where they're basically planning and coordinating to put in all the effort as possible to make sure this transition is very, very smooth. They also Kaspa confirmed that they're trying to get mining pools, liquidity pools, but also exchanges to test out the new 10 BPS on the testnet 11, which therefore means the likes of Binance will be testing out, or have already tested out, testnet 11 10 BPS as it stands already. So they're prepared for the hard fork. So that's why there's a belief that what people are saying, you won't see a listing before 10 BPS, which again is very valid to believe that. It's also a possibility you could see it beforehand, because they would already have tested it beforehand. So they're not going to be worried about it not working out at all. And of course, the 10 BPS so far has been extremely successful since its launch last year, 365 days and 100% uptime, not going down once. Launched on January 7th, it's been up for over a year. You've seen over 317 million blocks mined, and there has been absolutely no downtime, which is a very, very big deal. Something that exchanges, institutions, developers, and even just users in general, the miners in particular, will take that in that. They'll be so happy to know there's an exchange out there. There's a platform out there even that has not gone down once. Of course, we'll have to see how well it can handle the full force of an ecosystem when it's on the mainnet, but it's not gone down once yet, which is a very, very big deal. Something that many, many projects cannot attest to so far. I think the only one, to my knowledge, that's never gone down is Algorand, but I know I cannot confirm that for myself. That's what one of my mods, Casper God, has stated for himself. So if you want to find out more, I'm sure he's happy to talk about Algorand with you again. come chill chat and learn more about crypto Kaspa in general in the Discord community. Again, link in the chat description, also on the YouTube homepage. But this also, again, coincides with, you know, how well Kaspa's doing, what's coming to Kaspa, and again, that belief that will incentivize institutions, developers, even us to understand how good Kaspa is. That's also going to play into this interview with Cathie Woods. Of while she's talking about Tesla here, it still coincides, and it can be applied to any investment. The longer the base, the longer the consolidation phase, the bigger the breakout once it breaks past a level of resistance. And Kaspa, again, has been, you know, rebounding off the support level around 10-11 cents or so for at least a year. Technically speaking, starting in around December 2023, we're in January 2025, a little over a year, 13 months. 13 months we've been in and around bouncing between this level of support. So by that hindsight, when we do get a breakout above here, while I do believe we'll see some strong, you know, pullbacks based on the fact that a lot of people right now have lost faith in Kaspa because they wanted to see quick gains because they're so used to seeing this chart. They were expecting to see quick gains and now they've not seen it, so they're frustrated now. I think we will see a breakout above this level. You'll probably see a pullback and break above this level, and then, as Cathie Wood states, it will be a bigger breakout, potentially a very, very volatile one, and it will also coincide with the developments in the community. What's happening in crypto at the time, what's happening with Kaspa developments at the time, what causes the Kaspa pump? Is it institutional investment? Is it exchange listings? Is it just organic and natural? Of course, a catalyst will cause a more significant pump, but at the same time, it could just be an organic pump, and that could also be the catalyst to get Binance and other exchanges to list Kaspa. So remember, the KF also confirmed in a similar time frame to when Rory O'Neill confirmed this here about the integration done with Binance. The KF made within their own AMA roundtable 4 days after, on the 10th of November, where they confirmed that what these big exchanges want is to see high volume with Kaspa, in particular with the major exchanges. Now, right now, if you look at Kaspa, the volume is come down quite a lot, currently around 50 million, which is not great to see. Volume, of course, is being controlled by MEXC. Bybit and BitGet and Kraken are doing little to nothing right now. Nature of the market, there's not a lot of adoption happening right now. Volume's a bit lackluster. But we have seen, as of late, Kaspa has surged up as high as 500 million volume in and around here, which is insane. And I believe we'll see it come back again when the time is right, when we get major catalysts coming through, which one of them could potentially be in just a few days' time. So, on to the next part. This post here I highlighted in my stream yesterday, I'm pretty sure, with the fact that we know Marathon are mining Kaspa. Of course, Marathon's biggest shareholders, the likes of BlackRock, Vanguard, many, many more. So therefore, Wall Street, the biggest asset managers in the world, they are shareholders, and Marathon have to appease and please, and whatever they do, they have to do with the say-so and confirmation from these shareholders. They can't do anything without their say-so. So by that logic, BlackRock, Vanguard, these Wall Street institutions, they know of Kaspa. And fact of the matter being as well, Zodia are partnered with Kaspa, who's partnered with 21 Shares. So arguably, Cathie Woods does also know of Kaspa as well. I mean, it wouldn't, again, that is speculation, but it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me in the slides because, again, she's an intuitively important. She knows things, insider information. Marathon are mining Kaspa, that is a big deal. People are overlooking that right now because if not, caused the price to rally massively. But when your whole image and brand was being the biggest Bitcoin mining company, and now it's changed from a Bitcoin mining company to a Bitcoin mining company with some Kaspa, you know, that's quite a drastic shift. Something that it would have to get the go-ahead from these institutions. You know, from, you know, wherever the post was, I had it up. From these institutions. Now, we actually have seen something as of late, which as a result, we can see right now the hash rate, after seeing a nice rally up to in and around, hovering around 1.5 EH, has now come back down quite aggressively over the last week, and is now back down to the levels of 1.3 again. So now I've seen posts like this saying, Mara and other with low cost of electricity, thank you for your service of quitting. They are the captain now. This is the first real minor capitulation Kaspa's ever seen. Excited to potentially see my small miners find some blocks again. So this is not a confirmation. There is no confirmation that Marathon are no longer mining Kaspa. The reason for this, you know, capitulation, although again, I wouldn't necessarily clarify as a capitulation. While it has been quite a heavy correction of sorts and the hash rate's gone down quite a lot, it's still in and around the level we saw staying at since November through to December. For a whole month we saw it stay at this level, drop down, and then go on a rally, and now it's come back down the same level again. If it started going down heavily towards 1 EH, then I would probably be concerned. More or less I wouldn't be, truth be told, but I'd probably start getting a little bit concerned. But either way, we're seeing a fall off of hash rate. Therefore, logically speaking, we're seeing a fall off of mining Kaspa right now, which is understandable as mining Kaspa is not that profitable. I can't attest to that myself. It's what I've read, but I'm sure the people who are in the chat and equally in my community who do mine Kaspa can give you their 2 cents on the situation as well. Either way, I still believe it's just a short-term thing. I think with what is to come for Kaspa, when the price comes back, you will see the hash rate soar with it as well. And I believe there's a big announcement that could come out very, very soon. So, as I already mentioned in the past, and on yesterday's stream as well, 3 days time from now, on the 15th of January, we should be seeing Grayscale release their quarterly report. Right now, asset under consideration, Kaspa is number 1. That is number 1 because, as opposed to listing, currencies are the first one, and Kaspa is the only currency under consideration. That's why it's number 1. But interestingly, from this page, this Grayscale page, they talk about the fact that they aim to update this list as frequently as 15 days after quarter end, so January 15th, aka 3 days time, as the crypto ecosystem expands and the Grayscale team reviews or reevaluates additional assets. But also, more interestingly, the list below, this whole list here, of January 9th, right here. This is the updated list as of January 9th, which therefore should be updated again in 3 days' time. And this list is subject to change intra-quarter as some multi-asset funds reconstitute and we launch new single-asset products. So we may see some of these groups, these basket of assets, become single ETF assets. What they are highlighting here, Grayscale, without saying so, is we are waiting to see what Donald Trump does. Donald Trump's inauguration is in 8 days' time, a week, on Monday. Next Monday is inauguration. A lot of eyes are on this date. A lot of eyes. Because, I'm going to play this video right now, Mike Johnson, who is the new re-elected Speaker of the House of Financial Services, who works directly under Trump, who is pro-crypto, confirmed on Fox News that they are going to be pushing out Trump's agenda, therefore likely his crypto policies, immediately as soon as he enters office. Listen very closely.
How do you plan to execute President Trump's agenda?
Beginning immediately. We, as you said, it indicated there, we gathered all the House Republicans together yesterday and had a full day of work. We went to Fort McNair, which is a short drive in Maryland, and everyone was enclosed together for 8 or 9 hours straight talking about our reconciliation agenda and the America First agenda. You know, we're 15 days out from the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump for his second term, and we want to make sure that we're jump-starting the agenda now over the next 2 weeks so that he's prepared and ready on day one. We have a lot to do, as you know, and we've been putting all the plays together and figuring out the sequence of how we're going to run those plays, and we're really excited about it.
How do you plan?
So, that is also an extremely big deal, and of course we'll have to wait and see what happens. But therefore, there's a lot of FOMO speculation that we could see a lot of these crypto laws being pushed out on day one of Trump's inauguration, which would be a very big deal. It seems to be, I mean, it'll be very bullish for the market. That's why I believe Bitcoin right now has not capitulated following the inflation data, which I'm going to get into in a moment as well. Bitcoin, of course, has been hovering in around this zone on the lower end of the support zone here of 92k. We may see it come down further, but I think the reason why it's not coming down further is based off the fact that Trump's inauguration is so soon, and people are predicting or hopeful that Trump will be launching crypto or announcing pro-crypto legislations coming out as he enters office. If he doesn't do anything immediately, then there's a chance we may see crypto and Bitcoin go through another correction phase whilst in anticipation of Trump's announcements. But if we do see it very, very soon, that could cause the opposite effect, causing a reversal and a price rise. So as I mentioned, we do have another big day. 15th of January is not just a day we should hopefully see an update from Grayscale, so therefore potentially adding Kaspa, because there's so much belief and demand for Kaspa right now. As proven in the comments, the FOMO for Kaspa is outrageous. Everyone's in on Kaspa, seemingly. But also on the very same day, 15th of January, we are going to have the inflation data released again. So that's going to be a very big day. So 15th of January, which to my knowledge is a Wednesday. So this Wednesday we'll be seeing a lot more information coming out, which will hopefully be very, very, well, it'll determine the nature of the market, right? We'll hopefully see a Grayscale report that could add Kaspa, that could add some FOMO to Kaspa's price, and equally the inflation data could also significantly affect the price and trajectory of crypto going forward as well, at least for the foreseeable future. Right now, we do have confirmation inflation still rising, so this could end up coming back, supporting that belief and that claim. And should that happen, we might see a small correction for the instant panic and FUD in the market, and then people are going to come back to, calming down as Trump's inauguration is very, very... We actually got a lot of stuff happening next week. On Tuesday, we're going to see the PPI inflation data, and then again, December, then we're going to see the day afterwards, 15th, being the CPI inflation data, which is what we're talking about here. We're then also going to see retail sales on the Thursday, the Fed manufacturing index, housing starts on Friday. So we're going to see a total of 7 Fed speakers events happening this week. This is a huge week for inflation and for the inflation data and also for the Fed. And this will inherently affect the direction of the market for this week and potentially the following week. Again, it depends on what Trump's announced. One thing I also mentioned in my community, which I think is important to note, is this post here. DYX January 2017 versus now. We are currently seeing very, very similar indicators to the bull cycle of two bull cycles ago, 2017, as to right now, where Trump won the election and his inauguration was on 17th of January as opposed to 20th this time round. And there are also no rate cuts. Right now, we are seeing a similar sort of situation where we are now being told that we probably won't see any more rate cuts. Bank of America stated that we should be seeing no more rate cuts this year because inflation's so high and the unemployment data has also come back more favorable. You have to wait and see, of course, what happens. But look what happened last time when that happened. You saw Bitcoin come down, or at least you basically saw the market not do much for the whole first quarter, and it come down a little bit, chopping a little bit, and then after that, you saw it start in Q2. You start seeing it go up. You go back to 2017. Go all the way back to 2017 right here. This is the market we're looking at right now. We're in this similar timeline right now where we saw, it not do much. 2017 being right here. And then it started, slowly rallying, and it started rallying late. Peaking here at the very, very end of December. So my whole premise of me highlighting this is that if history is to repeat itself, don't be emotional, be logical. This is another indicator, another piece of analysis to help suggest that maybe we don't see a pump in January this month, February this month, maybe not even March. We may see it happen later. And here's the thing. I would honestly be happy if we do that. Because if we see a later bull cycle, a later pump, that gives Kaspa more time to catch the market. Because a lot of their developments are coming out late. 10 BPS coming out, end of Q1, potentially early Q2. Smart contracts coming out in summer, which is around August, September time. We're going to see tier 1s coming out probably later on this cycle as well. We'll see smart contracts. Again, I mentioned already, you're going to see the likes of stable coins also coming out on Kaspa. You'll see many, many significant developments that will help Kaspa in its adoption in this space. Therefore, its demand increasing, happening later on in this cycle. So, should we see a cycle similar to 2017, that would actually be better for Kaspa. So, and again, I imagine there's a possibility, and I wouldn't be against it, if we do see Kaspa still consolidate and trade around these lower levels, and the FUD will go to all-time highs. And I'll be so for real, I welcome it. Because the higher the FUD, again, playing off what institutional investors, institutionally important people who have insider information on the market, what they are saying and what they know of this market is the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. If Kaspa stays at these levels for a very, very long time, the FUD gets unbearable, the bears are trying all their might to push it further down and they can't. That to me is a sign that when the breakout occurs, it will be explosive. It's not financial advice once more. It's just playing off what Cathie Woods has already stated in an interview while talking about Tesla, which is one of the biggest, stocks in the world, Elon Musk's company. There's so much coming up for Kaspa. OKX listing, Binance listing, most likely Coinbase listing. You've got Gemini, you've got, Crypto.com, you've got many more major tier 1s. You have the 10 BPS, which again, is not that far off, which would be a very big catalyst. You've got Grayscale. You've got Marathon who are already mining Kaspa. I'm hoping you'll see in the quarterly report they've increased their allocation to Kaspa more so. You've got Grayscale ETF potentially on the cards as well for Kaspa. Again, BlackRock once more highlighting that BlackRock leads and owns most of Marathon. You know, they have the biggest shareholders, so therefore they know of Kaspa. You got in regards talking about, as I just mentioned, this thing from Mike Johnson. And what we're seeing right now is a market where we're seeing a maturity of crypto. Regulations are of the utmost importance. As I've highlighted in my community, especially to the executives, the assets that are regulatory compliant regulations, they will gain market share. Kaspa right now had the potential to be put on a global forum and interact with regulators and policymakers should they win this award from the INTBA. They also have the KII, who are creating a regulatory roundtable group with the MENA region, with experts from the MENA region, the United States and Europe, to make sure Kaspa compliant regulations from day one. And also Kaspa, for the simple part, is a fair launch proof of work. No pre-allocation to developers or miners. It's a commodity by that logic, like Bitcoin is. So Kaspa is compliant regulation. So therefore, when we're going into a market that's going to be solely driven on regulatory clarity and institutional adoption, Kaspa stands a good chance of being able to tap into that market based on what it is at its base value, a commodity, what Bitcoin is. And Bitcoin has been able to get to where it's at because the biggest asset also being a fair launch is a commodity. And then Kaspa, of course, is building so much of that. Again, stablecoins coming out this cycle likely as well. KEF20 community in the memes are going to do better and better as well. You're seeing more listings from other projects like Kas-Bitcoin here, listed on FameX now. You'll see many, many more projects, and I'm sure you'll see this community also start to rally more so as Kaspa also rallies. There's a lot more to look forward to, and once more, why I stay very optimistic about Kaspa and what's happening right now, why I stay bullish on Kaspa. And this whole post here from Shai is also a summary of, it's a very long post, but ultimately just once more to summarize it, it just talks about the fact that traditional blockchains with a single miner, they maximize individual profits and it often leads to miners prioritizing transactions with the highest fees. But Kaspa, with parallel block structure, this can approach be suboptimal. So basically, you're talking about the fact that how Kaspa's mining is different types of traditional blockchains. So the way of mining actually is somewhat different, but at the same time, it's also better. Again, I'm going to leave this post in my community, my physical server. If you want to know more, then by all means, go check it out. Link in the chat, description, also my homepage. But there's so much more coming to Kaspa in the cycle. And again, I'll play this video in just a moment now for those who are joining a little bit later of Cathie Woods stating the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. And with the regulations coming through for Kaspa and development coming for Kaspa and also the crypto space, the amount of opportunities that are going to be available to us is absolutely insane. And that's something that I'm also highlighting more and more to people in my executive channel. I've got a Discord server, a community, a What page, where there's currently a 7-day free trial, those who sign up right now. And equally, those who sign up right now, if you like what you see, you want to sign up for real, you'll be grandfathered in at this price before we end up increasing the value. And we are learning so much in there already. You've got insider information, stuff that I only disclose to the executives, so they get a benefit from that to help you make your trading analysis. But equally, we have multiple big picks already that have made a lot of profit. We have this one here that is honestly, for me, a hidden gem, which I have already spoke about. MLG, already up 6x on that. Obviously, it's come back down, but I think it's going to go higher again very, very shortly. You have the likes of Base that already made a 5.5x on, and it's come back down again, but I think this one also could rally more so, but either way, it's done very well. This one I got out of, this one you could have made a 25x on, and that's just some of the massive trades we've got going on there. We've made quite a bit of profit already. I'm going to make much, much more as Donald Trump enforces good regulations, and you see, therefore, even more money-making opportunities. There's currently assets I've gone into as a result of this incoming inauguration that could potentially play off quite big as well. If you want to learn more, by all means, regarding trading pit, regarding alpha information, regarding much more that we are offering in there, then come check us out. Link is in the description, YouTube homepage, and also now in the chat. Again, 7-day free trial. Come see what you feel like, and then if you enjoy it, we welcome you. If you check Kaspa and Analytics, 40 to 50% of the supply has not moved in the past 6 months. To me, that is very bullish news. I agree. If you've seen, a lot of the long-term holders have pretty much just hold their Kaspa and they kind of ignored it or forgot about it. They don't care. The majority of the supply are people who are just holding Kaspa long-term. They got into it, 6 months ago, by the way, it's in and around here. 6 months ago, it's in and around here. just before you saw this massive correction. So that means one or two things. Either it means that people just got in at an unfortunate time, or they, DC had got in more at that time. Either way, buying around here, unfortunate as it is, because now it's down quite a bit. And either now just waiting for it to come back up so they can just sell at neutral, or set up to make a little bit of profit, or they've done their research like we're doing every single day on this channel and in my community, and we know, or at least we strongly believe, that Kaspa is going to have a massive break. I'm going to highlight this video, play it once more, for Cathie Woods confirming the longer the base, so Kaspa has been a year, over a year, the bigger the breakout. Cathie Woods again, 21 shares, ARK Invest, connected to Zodia, connected to Kaspa. She knows about investing and trading. She probably knows the Kaspa as well. That's speculative, but I wouldn't be surprised. Again, listen very close to this interview though.
This trading around, this trading range, you as a trader and investor, but as a trader also, understand that when you build a base like that, one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to break down, and that's what a lot of the bears have been betting on, and they've been throwing everything at it, or it's going to break out. Clearly, we believe is going to break out. And the longer the base, you say 5 years, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. So we're really looking forward to that.
Again, very, very simple that. It is a very, very simple way of just saying, yeah, if that, it's basically just saying, Tesla, of course, you talk about Tesla here. Tesla is, very, very, well, I mean, it's a company that's building cars. Elon Musk is doing incredible things. Tesla's literally all over the place right now. And they're building revolutionary technology. Kaspa, once more, is a testament to building revolutionary technology. It's building the next generation of cryptocurrencies, of like blockchain, blockdag, basically. I remember seeing a post from Dr. Martin Heisberg, the director of research for Uphold, where he stated that we have gone from Web 2, which is Swift and fiat currency, to Web 3 in the form of blockchain technology. Kaspa's actually Web 4. He is a bit of a Kaspa maxi in that regard. He did also say that Kaspa, a Bitcoin is the Kaspa testnet. And, you may hate that, you may love that. I choose to love it. And I honestly think it's true as well. What Kaspa's building is absolutely revolutionary. And we've seen a base for an extremely long time. And while a lot of the developments are coming out a lot later in this cycle, agreeably, we don't know when the list is going to come out. It could come out this month, next month. It could not come out until the end of the quarter. Binance seems to be very, very close. Again, we have to wait and see. A lot of people right now have their eyes on the 10th of February, in and around that time, or just before that. OKX again, we have to wait and see. But I'm sure that'll come out soon. Again, Coinbase listing as well. People are also got their eyes on the 15th of January based on Grayscale and also the inflation data. You got this happening end of the month. You got stablecoins coming out at some point for Kaspa, which would be huge. You got more listings. You've got, mining Kaspa, of course, doing very, very well. You've got smart contracts again coming out in the summer of 2025. There's a lot coming to Kaspa this year. And while I do see Bruce's post here about it's a 2030 play, too slow, other L1s are running circles, no hey, just bought onto a Kaspa at a penny. I mean, yeah, I agree, Kaspa. But the thing, for me, I don't think Kaspa's a 2030 play. I think it's a long-term hold. I'll be taking profit from Kaspa this cycle, of course, but I'm holding it for the next 10, 15, 20 years. I'm not going to wait to get in at 2030, because by 2030, who knows, maybe it's already quote-unquote too expensive. Again, that's speculative, I can't say for sure, but a lot of their significant developments are happening this year. Maybe too late to the cycle, but again, then I highlight this post. We're seeing similarities from the 2017 cycle to this cycle now. Trump's inauguration, winning the election, and also no rate cuts. And therefore, we didn't see the market move until Q2. And then we saw it go explosive from Q2 up to Q4 December. So maybe we see a similar market. Again, time will tell, not financial advice, do your own research. I'll be analysing sort of charts like this as well, CBBI, the Pi cycle top indicator, the funding schema, all the information that helped me determine if we're getting overheated and need to start looking to take profits. Right now, I see no reason to take out anything besides, the money that we're making in the executive page through these, where I'm taking profits and cycling back into Kaspa and other projects to keep increasing my capital. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm not doing anything, drastic. It's being a relatively smooth ride. And we're learning so much more, again, with Trump's inauguration being so close, it could be a massive, massive mover. So Kaspa may be late to the cycle, but again, if we do see something similar to this here, then Kaspa actually be able to catch this cycle. Because the cycle topped in December. By December, you will most definitely see 10 BPS, smart contracts, stable coins on Kaspa. The KRI we launching their projects like Warp Core, like Gigawatt stablecoin, like Asset Mint, like ZATEX with Kaspa. You'll see many, many things coming up for Kaspa, following smart contracts in particular, and it's going to be the fastest proof of work by a landslide, and will be able to compete, if not the fastest, layer 1 in this space. Right now, to my knowledge, XRP Ledger can can do on average 1.5 TPS. Kaspa with 10 PPS does 3k. I'm not sure how fast Sui is. I'm not sure exactly how fast Lana is, but I'm fairly sure from what I've heard from people that with Kaspa 10 PPS we'll be able to compete, if not surpass those in terms of transaction speed. And of course, then it's decentralized, which those aren't, and also it's more secure. I sort of highlighted a post, which this post has done incredible for me, so I'm quite chuffed about that. I made a post about it yesterday where Dr. Heisberg said, Sui chart looking really strong, don't know what to make of the tech yet. I just made a post saying Kaspa's all-time chart is also looking really strong, and I do know what to make of the tech if the end game of L1s. That is not even me saying that. That's what Shai has been saying. That's what Chris Kang has been saying. Obviously, they're focusing on Kaspa equally. Dr. Heisberg has been saying similar things as well. Kaspa and what they're building is the end game for L1s. It's revolutionary technology, and that is something that when people, if you can handle this on the mainnet, when developers and institutions realize that, also while being decentralized, you will see millions, if not billions of dollars of capital flowing through Kaspa's chain, increasing the demand of Kaspa being a currency that will be traded on the platform, and therefore setting its price a lot higher as well. Kaspa 1000x, I mean 1000x from here would put you at massive slow today. $100? Yeah, $100 or so. And I think in the future, definitely, Kaspa can easily reach $100. Anytime soon, no. Realistically, no. But in 20 years' time, $100 Kaspa, I see it as quite achievable. This whole year will go as follows. Kaspa may come down further. I mean, yeah, but that's effectively the same thing with any project here. Everyone can say, people say Bitcoin may come down further from here as well. But fundamentally speaking, or at least the general belief is that Bitcoin may come down further, but it's still going to go higher. Kaspa, the very same thing in my eyes as well. Kaspa may come down further from here, but that will heavily depend on Bitcoin. But with what Kaspa's building and developing and releasing in this year, Kaspa is going to go higher. There's no way, again, this is not financial advice, this is my own belief, but there's no way that Kaspa's top is at 20 cents. I see even $1 Kaspa as quite bearish. People know that my prediction for Kaspa is $2 at the very minimum, which only puts it at a 50 billion market cap. I think that's easily achievable based on the sort of developments we're seeing in this cycle. And again, this can also play into the fact that we may see a $2 Kaspa because it means we could potentially see a later cycle top. Again, we'll have to analyze the markets as we go on, but there's still no one can truly justify the top of the crypto cycle is going to be and where Kaspa is going to go. We can make predictions based on analysis and research and TA. And that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to highlight the fact that people who are, already, putting Kaspa out, I'm trying to say Kaspa's not got anything left in it, forget about it. I'm just trying to reiterate on the counter argument. You don't know that. I don't know that. I'm trying to have an open mind about what's happening to Kaspa right now, where it's going to go. There are a lot of developments happening in this space, a lot of information that suggests we could see Kaspa still do very, very well. Because it had a very bad year doesn't mean it's not going to do anything at all. Again, the bigger the base, the bigger the breakout. That's not even me saying that. That's someone who knows more than all of us. With respect to everyone here, I don't think anybody knows as much as Cathy Wood does about investing. She has the connection, she has the institutional power, she has the insider knowledge. She knows more about trading than anybody else. Otherwise, she's one of the. She also CEO of 21 Shares, the world's largest ETP issuer in the world. Now, it's not to say I trust her, because again, keep in mind all these institutions have their own agendas. Although this is a general statement that investors should understand. If an asset is due to rise, if it's building a lot of it will come out of it. Which again, Kaspa's building a lot, so I think that's true to that. Should it break out of here, and the longer it's been down at this level here, should it break out of that, which I believe it will do, it will be a bigger breakout. I've been highlighting this since I started streaming at the very beginning. I think that Kaspa's been consolidating in this zone for such a long time that when it breaks out, it should be an explosive one. It's not news to anybody. It's just difference now as it comes in from an institutional investor, someone who actually really knows what's talking about. So therefore, what I'm stating and what I've been stating for a while now has more weight behind it, has more credibility. Because now you've got Cathy Wood saying the same thing. It will pump during the blow off top Bitcoin top. Again, we can't say for sure. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I think you'll see most definitely more movement for Kaspa and crypto when the dominance falls off. You see altcoins season go more parabolic. When alt season starts, Kaspa will start rallying as well, as most assets do. We'll have to wait and see. Good evening, DC. We're back to shoot, my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Solana has been faking volume recording to some analysts. They said they make the volume happen, tech will follow. Kaspa doing the reverse, but that did kill Solana versus Ethereum regardless. My bet is Kaspa. I had seen something as well. I think Mr. Miles also put in information about how a lot of the volume on Solana actually is from bots and it's fake, therefore. Which again, be that as it may, for me, Kaspa's still just more. I mean, again, Solana has scalability, but it's not secure, and it also is not decentralized. It goes down constantly. So Kaspa, by that logic, even now while Kaspa's slower, I'll still choose Kaspa. Obviously, I do trade predominantly on the Solana chain, and I've made quite a bit from that. Well, not even we, the community executive, have made quite a bit from that. And again, if you want to find out more, 7-day free trial, come check us out. If you like what you see, by all means, we welcome you there. We're learning a lot from trading, from, you know, insider information to help us get like this sort of information here. This here, I let people know in the community firsthand. So not just you'll get information that I won't disclose publicly to everyone anyways. You also get information first before anybody else as well. So there's benefits from there from everyone, and that also, you know, for me, even with Solana, you know, being the highest volume chain right now, it wouldn't surprise if they're botting it, and even the Kaspa's still a clearer bet for me. But especially when the 10PS comes out, smart contracts come out, I don't think Solana will be able to compete in the long run. AI plays with a small market cap is where my money is. Don't even look at Kaspa. But altcoin is a meme that will go to billions fast. I mean, equally, I've made quite a lot of money through AI plays as well. Again, that's MLG is one that I got into recently that I disclosed to my community. I called it at 40 mil, said I'm waiting for 30 mil correction, came on 30 mil correction, got in, and it's done a 6x right now. This is an AI play. Got a 25x off that one in the community. Build also AI play, made a 5.5x off that one. And there'll be many, many more. I've not disclosed all of them. I've made multiple big gains and quick gains. This happened in the span of what? A couple of hours? Some have been very, very volatile very quickly. So again, I do see the benefit of AI plays right now, and I think I can do very, very well. A lot of the hidden gems that I've disclosed to the community alone are predominantly AI tokens. Because that's where all the community... Right now, the massive shift in the sector is AI. That's why I spoke about publicly in my streams that I think desync is a very decent play. Right now it's down to a 38 cents, but it has gone a lot higher, peaking at around 58 cents when the market wants to actually load. Yeah, 53 cents. I called it in around here at 11, about 15 cents. And you also got Tau being, you know, one of the literally the biggest AI project right now. That's actually no one actually talks about Tau, which is what I find quite funny. Let me talk about how Tau has done equally as poorly as Kaspa has done. The difference is Tau came down massively down here and it's come back up and now it's hovering around here. But in the same time frame, in a span of a year, it's equally not moved. But no one speaks about Tau. The reason why is because Tau's AI and everyone understands that AI will do extremely well this cycle. So no one's lost faith in Tau at all. And why should you? I think Tau could do very well this cycle. Kaspa's no difference to me. So I think AI agents, AI plays are definitely big, have been the main cause of the gains we'll be making in the community, amongst other things as well. And we're talking about a lot more. You'll see many more plays coming through with Trump's inauguration, I'm sure. And yeah, equally have been picks surrounding that as well. So if you want to know more, again, check it out. Link in the description, chat, also my homepage, 7-day free trial. We welcome you. Surely after a blow off top, alts will see highs, not during. I mean, it ultimately will depend on the Bitcoin dominance. Fundamentally speaking, alts will go higher. You'll see alts rally with Bitcoin, but then alts will go more parabolic when the Bitcoin dominance falls off and Bitcoin has a blow off top, so to speak. But it will depend. It will depend. The time will come for all of us here. It's nice to have a group that likes Kaspa, and let's enjoy it before the pump. We will be even happier. I mean, yeah, that's ultimately what I'm doing as well. I enjoy talking about Kaspa every single day, streaming every single day, just ultimately just saying the same things pretty much every single day. But like Kaspa right now, we're seeing loads of developments in the community. Kaspa is still building. While slow, it's not going to miss a cycle. My belief, we'll see a lot more coming. And I think Kaspa's going to have a bigger breakout than most because of the fact that it's one of the only projects right now that has been consolidating at this level for so long. Tau can also say a similar thing. Tau, as well, has done nothing for about a year. So when Tau breaks out, it will have a bigger breakout as well. Kaspa's similar. And yes, while there are some AI plays that can be like a lottery ticket, it also pays to have, you know, the right connection, so to speak. If you're trying to just do it out just off a whim, just picking it out on, you know, debts like this sort of stuff, that'll be difficult to do. But thankfully, there are people that I know, people that are also in the community, that also have some information that could also be beneficial to all of us. Most of the picks I've done so far, there have always been some that haven't won, but majority of the picks so far have been winners. 2x's, 5x's, again, the 25x's, based on the information and connections that I have been able to build over my time in crypto, that's been able to help me put in place to help make it more beneficial for those in the community. So again, those who are in there are learning a lot more. But the AI can be a gamble, but so far, I've been more profitable than I have lost with AI plays. Just remember, the longer the consolidation, the higher pump. 100%, Mila. 100%. That's effectively what Kathy was saying here. I reckon we have seen a pump if Grayscale is going to list Kaspa on the 15th. Insiders can't resist the crypto. I mean, realistically, and to highlight this, I don't think we're going to see when we're stating Grayscale is going to release their quarterly report on the 15th. That doesn't mean Grayscale are going to launch a Kaspa ETF on the 15th. That means, what if Kaspa was to be added? It means you'll see Kaspa go from consideration to under the Grayscale product suite, which therefore means they'll probably be in a basket of ETFs, but they won't get you might then see them getting their own individual ETF at some point later in the future. But right now they're being considered, and there's a possibility you'll see their report adding Kaspa here. Again, potential. We'll have to wait and see. You can see it added here, and that means you'll see it in a basket of ETFs, and therefore hopefully in its own individual very, very soon. That will cause FOMO for Kaspa, I'm sure. I'm not saying it's going to cause a massive price breakout. If it does, then again, in relation to what Kathy Wood said, that could cause a bigger breakout should it break out above the 20 cents region. But I think we'll have to see with what's happening with Kaspa right now, I think you'll have to see a collection. I think Grayscale could cause a catalyst because Grayscale, being Wall Street, have connections to Marathon, to Robinhood Exchange, to Coinbase Exchange. So should Grayscale add Kaspa, that could also incentivize Binance to list quicker, Coinbase to jump on board, Robinhood to jump on board, more adoption happening quicker. That could cause a significant rally for Kaspa. Again, speculative, not financial advice. Do your own research. All my AI players have done at least a 5x GPU, OGPU, DEAI, RAI, etc. So, I mean, some people made some very big gains. I mean, Bruce has done very well, my man. Equally, I've done very well myself. I've had some big plays where I had 5x, 6x, 25x. Again, maybe AI plays have been very, very profitable. Some of it is gambling, or pretty much all of it's gambling. But again, it's the same way, like anything in this space is gambling. Nothing's guaranteed in this space, but if you do more research into it and you know the right people, it can help make that gamble. It's like, think about if you're in a casino, right? Obviously, in a casino, you've got card counting. That can help increase your odds of winning. It's a similar case in investing, where if you know the right people, that can help increase your odds. And if you do your own research and you research in depth about something, that's why I research so much into Kaspa. I know a lot about Kaspa, to where I'm very convinced that it's going to do very, very well, and this is therefore why my conviction is not wavered at all. So 2017 bull run would be great. 2017 absolutely nuts, unbelievable price action, 100%. Yeah, 2017 bull run would be incredible. I'd love to see a last bull cycle was great, of course, but I'd prefer to see 2017. Because 2017 we saw a late pump, but we saw a massive pump nonetheless. Again, going back to highlight it, we saw an absolutely parabolic pump. Again, look, we saw it go really, really close. We saw again Trump's inauguration happened in and around here. And we saw it didn't really do nothing drastic until April. So Bitcoin started doing a little rally 2017 here. Trump's inauguration happened around here. So it did not really do much, kind of dropping sideways for the most part until we hit April time. Then we started seeing April 18th, 20th. Then we started seeing it rally, jumping like a 2x. till June, coming back down, and then from July, from 30th of July, we started seeing it go parabolic. That's when you saw it rally very, very quickly. Especially when you got to November time. November, in the span of 1 month, we saw it jump from 6,000 to 19k Bitcoin. You saw a 3x in Bitcoin in 1 month. That's not to say we're going to see Bitcoin jump from 94k to 300k type thing. No. But it's just highlighting that should this be a similar market to when we saw in 2017, we may see, therefore, nothing really significant happen until, a Q2 pump, followed by some consolidation, and then a Q3 pump, and a Q4 blow off top. And should we see that sort of thing, that will also give Kaspa more opportunities to catch this market and make a significant rally from it, based on the fact that we'll see many big developments around that time. Smart contract, MPS, stablecoins, and much, much more. You'll see a lot of projects from KRI get more time to, marinate and gain adoption from their institutional partners. So it could be a very big deal. Hello Magnus, welcome back to stream, my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. I would have liked to have seen more touches at the bottom of the zone to back up the expected breakout theory. I mean, we have seen numerous, to be fair. I mean, yes, obviously I agree with your sentiment fundamentally, but you think about it here. We've been around this zone for 2 weeks. That does coincide to an extent. We saw this is from December through to February. This is 2 months in and around this zone. Equally here, saw it touch here 2 or 3 times between April and May. And then happened here again for about a week. So we've seen on numerous occasions, this is about a 2-month period down here, more or less. Obviously it has some volatility, but either way, for the most part, it stayed in and around here for 2 months. This happened on 2 occasions in the span of like 2 weeks. This happened in the span of a week. This has been 2 weeks so far. So we've seen quite a few occasions where Kaspa's been consolidated at these lower levels. And then it has resulted, again, think about it here. 2 months, we saw it break out above here, from 15 up to 18 cents. Come down here, doing this higher high section here. And now, since this zone here, of last 6 months, it's been in and around this lower level here for the most part, or in and around here. So again, in accordance with Cathy Woods, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the base, the bigger the breakout. So hopefully by that point, we therefore see Kaspa, when it breaks out, have a bigger breakout, because it is right now, technically speaking, been at this lower level for over a year. While physically it's only been 6 months since August, it has been technically for over a year, because if you look at the chart for Kaspa here, you go on a year, you see it's not really moved. At least it's around the same level. Capital development isn't slow. Don't say that disservice to the devs. I mean, I don't discredit, or I don't combat people saying that. While I think that Kaspa's developments are fine, I think it's perfectly fine. I don't discredit it, because there is an argument to be made that the developments are coming out at a point where the bull run's already going to be done. So therefore, it's arguably too late. Now, for me, I'm holding Kaspa long term, so it doesn't bother me. But those who want to make gains from Kaspa this cycle and this cycle alone, which is their decision, then yes, it'd be too late for them potentially. But the devs, I think, are doing what they should be doing, and I prefer them taking time as opposed to just doing the developments very, very quickly. I think it's better off them doing that and make sure it's actually good. Again, as highlighted in this post here. Which post here? Which post? This post here. They're taking a lot of time planning and coordinating to make sure it's really, really smooth. They could release Rust right now, I'm sure. 10 BPS right now. But should there be issues, that inherently damages their image more than it actually could help them out. We saw Pyron do something similar, saying they got 10 BPS, and look where it's at now. Pyron tried to do something similar to 10 BPS, and look where it's at right now. It's completely collapsed. It's a dead project. Because they tried to do 10 BPS and trying to rush it out before Kaspa. It's better off taking your time, make sure it's really, really good. Again, don't just rush into things. That can be your biggest downfall. Good evening, Kaspa Frog. Welcome back to the stream. I'm doing very, very well. Kaspa is the real king, but people won't hold it and miss the huge chance. I agree. Again, Kaspa for me is going to do very, very well. Those who are fading Kaspa right now, while I completely understand, all I can just say is do more research into it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you to hold Kaspa. I'm just saying do research into it, because this is institutions here confirming generic trading incentives and what happens. And again, to me, therefore, this is a loose but confirmation that Kaspa will have a big, big breakout. because it has been down here for so long. Rejected. What's been rejected? You're talking about if you're talking about rejected at 12 cents, then okay. That's again, for me, it doesn't bother me if it gets rejected. It's too short term. Kaspa rejected at 12 cents. Okay, it's 12 cents. Kaspa's nothing for where it's going to be in the next 2-3 months, where it's likely going to be much higher than where it's at right now. This year, most definitely. MFA booked value is 18.42, close to 9.55, which pays a 35-cent dividend each quarter, which oversold upgrades will then. Okay. Cool, my man. Those who want to make their money fast in the cycle should sell. I mean, yeah, if you want to go and make quick plays, by all means, do as you wish. The best place to do that is probably going to some degen meme coins, you know? Like, again, you're welcome to do as you will. I don't care what you do as an investor. Trade at your own discretion, do your own research, build your own trading strategies. If you want to make quick gains, then the meme section is the best for that. By all means, go there. But if you know, that's trading as opposed to investing. Kaspa is, for me, not a trade, it's an investment. Holding for the long term. I think Kaspa could do extremely well in the cycle. If you're looking to make quick gains, people right now also hold up on this Kaspa down here. You saw quick gains happen very quickly, but yeah. Damn, KJI for the $5 donation. I appreciate, my man. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for the updates, but I appreciate a great job as always. Quick crypto, hold on for dear life, hold on for dear life. You know it, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the $5 donation. And again, everyone in the chat right now, I hope you enjoy these streams. We're doing these daily, 165 odd days in a row. We're going strong and we'll continue to go forward. Kaspa right now, again, I still believe it's just undervalued. It doesn't bother me, the short-term price action, when I think of the long-term gains for Kaspa. So if you enjoy the stream, leave a like, share with your friends and subscribe for more. And I appreciate once more for the donation, my man. You're an absolute legend. I'm watching you instead of CG. He talked more about Kaspa more than Kaspa. I mean, I appreciate it. I really, really do. And again, I'm not too surprised. Because again, it's about brand image, right? Like, and I do understand why. And again, it's seemingly working for him. That's fine. But right now, there is not really much going on with Kaspa. Again, it's just consolidating these lower levels. The longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Right now, with CG and his community, he could probably make a lot more by just going to find some random low cap meme and then just getting his community to flood into it, make a quick buck, and then just get out. I'm not saying he's dumping on his community. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying he can just get into a meme and then get out and make a quick buck. So for him, it's probably more possible to talk about KRC20 right now, and that's fair enough. You know, his own game plan. But while I do talk about other projects in this space regarding just Kaspa, of course, while I also do talk about the recently launched Patreon that I have, which I launched for the fact of also being more affordable than other content creators and also offering, I would like to believe, quite a lot in regards to inside information and also other trading picks, which have been made possible. And I made money from that and put that into Kaspa. Kaspa still is my main talking point and my biggest holding because Kaspa for me is just what I believe in the most by a landslide. And there's so much still to come for Kaspa that even though a lot of what I say can sometimes be repetitive, is just trying to highlight daily to everyone that this is the price of Kaspa right now, this is what the recent news come out about it, and this is how it relates to Kaspa and what it can do in the future. The recent news is Kathy was saying this in an interview. And this correlates to Kaspa because it's had a very, very long base. And what's coming out for Kaspa is significant. From listings to Grayscale to stablecoins to smart contracts, you name it. There's a lot of catalysts coming for Kaspa very, very soon. And crypto space in general as well. And again, the market is looking primed for a significant rally. I'm not saying it'll happen. 20th, not saying it'll happen in February. We'll have to wait and see. It may not be again till after the first quarter, but when it happens, it will be explosive. I still believe in that much. And if you want to know more, again, come check out the free Discord server. Link in the chat, my homepage, on my YouTube channel, and also in the description. And if you want to be even more locked in and benefit more from the crypto space regarding insider information and trading and what else we provide in there, which again is all listed up here, come check out the Patreon, which is a 7-day free trial right now, so there's nothing off the skin of your back. Go check it out, see what you think. If you enjoy, then welcome you there. Currently in the chat as well, discussion also on my homepage as well. To pivot out of Kaspa now is inefficient use of funds. Stick to plan A. I agree. Again, if you want to make quick gains, by all means, go somewhere else, man. Like, it doesn't bother me what you do with your money. Like, it's your money at the end of the day. If you want to make quick gains, go to memes. That's where the biggest, quick gains are from. But again, there's a much higher risk with it, so it's a bigger risk to reward, so trade your own discretion. But again, with where Kaspa's at right now, pretty much at the local bottom, if you will, if Bitcoin doesn't correct from here, which again we'll have to wait and see what happens in the next couple of days, then Kaspa, I think, also at a local bottom. We could therefore see Kaspa being at, again, the bottom of the at, so we could just see it'd be better off just waiting for it to return. You'll make probably quicker gains through memes. I mean, I've made a lot more gains through memes than I have through Kaspa right now, but you see, even though I talk about my Patreon and the memes and stuff that money profit I made through memes, again 25x, 6x, like what stuff like, I still talk about Kaspa the most because again, the profit I make from that, while good, I'm still putting it back into Kaspa because I see Kaspa as just that asset that it's the safe pick for me. I'm not saying it is a safe pick. For me, it's the safe pick because of what inherently it's building, and the fact it's such an undervalued level right now. We should can donate Kaspa. I mean, I wish we could also. I'm sure YouTube at some point in the future will do that. They'll put it as a donation for crypto and Kaspa as opposed to just dollars. But that's probably, I said that's probably about a year or two off. Actually, it's going to take a really, really long time. But with the nature of all blockchain going into TradeFi, that might only be about a year or two away. If Kaspa goes to 10x a cycle, I'll take you out to dinner. I appreciate my man. I'm looking forward to that. I'll hold you up to that. I look forward to it. I'm sure it will reach $1. I'm quite, again, not financial advice, but I'm confident it can reach at least $1. But you're an OG. Hope we meet one day. Started listening to you. This is 2023. Wow. Well, damn. So you started listening to me the moment I started live streaming. That is actually insane. Well, I appreciate my man. Thank you very much. And yeah, the OGs who are here, don't make the mistake, when Kaspa does start rallying, you're going to start seeing an insane amount of adoption and viewers in these streams and the content that I make. I'll be remembering the OGs as much as I can. Obviously, I have it in my head. I haven't written them down, but I have it in my head, the people who I recognize coming into my streams and chatting every single day. Those ones I'm going to remember because, yeah, we are still early in the whole Kaspa adoption, this stream, this channel, this community. The community right now in my Discord server is already growing more and more, and more people are actually talking, and it's great to see. It's going to get even more powerful when Kaspa starts rallying, and people actually are just chasing candles, but people also then seeing the actual maxi behavior of people, what they believe in Kaspa. So I respect you all, man. I appreciate all being here every single day. Take DD out. He's the same country. Yeah, do that, my man. I have no idea what we're talking about either, to be honest. I'm kind of just respectfully ignoring it because I don't know if he's trying to shill something or something like that. I have no idea. It's nothing correlating to what I'm talking about at all. But anyways, that being said, thank you all once more for watching today's stream. I'll be putting the information that I put in today's stream into the community. Some of it's already in there, so go check it right there. But I'm going to put it into the community, and equally there's some insider information that I'll be putting solely to the executives. If you want to go find out what that is, again, 7 Days for Shark, go check it out. Link in the chat description, also my homepage. You'll learn a lot more in there. But yeah, there's a lot more coming to crypto. I've got my eyes peeled and set on the 15th of January. There's also going to be a video coming out in about an hour's time or an hour and two's time, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It'll be coming out on my channel, so by all means go watch that. And yeah, if you like the stream, as always, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. And if you want to know more, then go check out the free Discord server, or equally be more locked in with the executive page. And yeah, have a great day, good evening, and good night, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care now.